All right, welcome back, you guys, to the Beyond the Wrestling Gear podcast, where we don't just talk about wrestling, but we go beyond it. I'm here with Mr. Trey Jordan here. He's a professional wrestler who is currently wrestling with Pro South Wrestling. He's also known as the Emo King.
Yes, sir. That's me. Yours truly.
Welcome, brother. How's it going? I know you mentioned today was your birthday, special day.
Yes,
Hey,
it has
man.
been one hell of a day today. It has been a day today. I've loved it though. I've enjoyed it,
I'm glad, man.
and then my day gets better doing this interview too. So
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. You just gotta enjoy life and just be thankful for everybody and everything around you. So, to start out this interview, how did you get involved in wrestling? What was your motivation behind it?
so growing up, there was a little wrestling, I guess, company in Georgia where I'm at. It went by Peach State Wrestling Alliance. I used to go to where my mama and whatnot growing up. She was good friends with people like Ace Haven, Jimmy Ray, rest in peace, Shane Knowles, Bull Buchanan. She was real close with all of them. And then I mainly focused on football a majority of my life, being a offensive and defensive tackle. And then one day, I found out bullpen professional wrestling was coming to Bowden, Georgia. Thankfully and surprisingly, I was already playing high school football there, and I got a message from Bull, and I was like, "Hey, I want to train to be a wrestler." And he was like, "All right, well, if you can come help out with our first show, I'll let you train." So that was really my introduction to wrestling, was going there and getting tossed around. Granted, how big I am, getting tossed around like a rag doll for the first few weeks of my training.
Yeah, I know. I used to watch Bull when I was a kid. Back in the early 2000, back in the late '90s, early 2000s, when he was in WWF with Right to Censor, with Steven Richards, Ivory. He's a big dude. He's like what, 6'6", 300
Yeah,
pounds?
I think right around there. Yeah, right around about 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I think now he's a state trooper now alongside of
He
wrestling.
he retired a year or two ago. I think he retired right before he started Bullpen Pro Wrestling. So he's been he I think he's been retired for about a year or two, trying to focus on pro wrestling.
So how did you two end up connecting like in the first place?
That's weird because I think it was just me sending a lucky message on Messenger. Cause then again, like I was so busy playing football. Like we just went off back to back state championships when I reached out to Bull. And I guess it was just a good luck, I guess. And then I helped him out his first show, and then I started training that day. So I guess just a lucky message.
And man, that's what sometimes it just takes that one message to get things rolling. That one
Yeah,
lucky message. It's almost like paying the lottery.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
You got to take that risk. Taking risk is sometimes beneficial if you really want something.
And like that's something big for wrestlers, is always taking that risk. Because I mean, whether you're in wrestling or not, you have to take that risk every now and then to see how it pays off. So that's really been my leading goal, is taking risk and praying I hit the jackpot. That's been my biggest thing.
So how have you felt so far starting your wrestling career? Do you feel comfortable being on the road? Are there things that you feel that you can improve on yourself? What are some of your weaknesses?
So I think strength wise is I'm very comfortable being on the road, playing high school football, especially at the school I'm at, or the school I played for. We had to travel a lot so we could play better teams, so we could get better. And those trips would be like an hour to maybe 3 hours. And that's like every week. So that compared to me being on the road by myself and going to a show, like it's nothing. A weakness, I don't know. It's so tough. I guess I get really nervous when I'm on the road going to a show, because I'm always thinking, okay, I wonder if I'm gonna mess something up, or if the show's not gonna go the way I want it, or if my match is gonna suck. So I'm overly anxious about little stuff. I guess that's a weakness. I'm anxious about the little stuff.
Do you always take the time to like I guess backstage talk to whoever you're facing or anybody you're working with and be like, "Hey, I want to go over this with you, see if I'm doing this right, what do we need to work on, what's going, right?"
That's my biggest thing. My biggest thing is I need to talk to my opponent so I know what we're doing so I can have an idea of, okay, well, we have to get this in and we can do this if we have time or whatnot. I can't do a match and not talk to my opponent beforehand. That's one of my pet peeves. I don't understand how people can do that.
Yeah, and I just want to put this out there. Of course, not throwing anybody under the bus. That's really important. Take this as an experience, like what happened a couple weeks ago with Psycho Stu and Raja Jackson. Go over your stuff, please.
Yes.
Go over your stuff that you're gonna work on because you don't want anybody to get hurt.
No. And
Anybody.
and looking at that incident, I'm not gonna talk too much into it because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't I don't want to, but I will
yeah.
put this out
Of
here.
course. Yeah, of
This is the only thing
course.
I'll say about that. Whether you are someone in the crowd involved with the show, or you're a wrestler, or you're whatever, and you know you're gonna have a part in the match, be sure you go over everything. That is the only thing I will say upon that topic. Be sure you go over everything.
Exactly. That's the way I would leave it, honestly. I would just leave it at, please go over everything. That's good. That's good, man. Like I said, I saw it. I didn't really feel like commenting because I was like, I wasn't really hyped about it. I was like, I'll let the dirt sheets or whatever handle it. They can take a tear it apart, do whatever. I'm not a dirt sheet, so I don't.
Yeah.
I was trying to get involved in that.
I try to stay away from it as much as possible.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously it's unfortunate what happened to both sides, but hey, And then for you so far, have you been able to meet anybody, that you feel like, man, I really want to work with this person, or is there anybody in the future you want to kind of work with?
Ooh, that is a great question. There's a few people I've met that I would love to work, like, in singles matches, that I've worked in other matches or I haven't worked at all. I think one match I really got to cross off my list in my career when I faced Ace Haven in that six man at Pro South. When it was me, my tag partner LGV, and Aiden Andrews. We took on Ace, Justin McKenzie, and Cameron Keast. That was such a big match for me because I've grown up like I from the time I was 3 to right now, I've known Ace. Him and my mom were such good friends, and when my mom passed, Ace was really there. Like he checked on me a lot. So did Amy. Shout out Amy Haven. They've been there for me. So yeah, I think Ace Haven was a really big match I wanted to get in. I would love to wrestle Justin McKenzie in a singles match. That is my dog. I think one a match I did want to have that unfortunately cannot happen anymore. I brought up his name earlier, Jimmy Rave. I would have loved to wrestle Jimmy Rave. Him and Mama were great friends, and I grew up a Jimmy Rave fan. I don't know when it was. I think it was a few Pro South shows ago and a bullpen show. I walked out wearing a Jimmy Rave approved shirt. I do that like maybe once every month just to show love. I would have loved to wrestle Jimmy Rave, Myron Reed. I'm whoop his ass. That's just it. If I
Yeah.
ever wrestle Myron, it's on site. I love you, bro, but golly, it's happened, dude.
Hey, this is the perfect show to cut a promo if you want to cut on somebody. So I allow it. I allow it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna save it for Myron and Justin. We gonna save it.
I mean, since we're talking about opponents, you mentioned in the indies, what about WWE, TNA, New Japan? Is there anybody out there you'd want to step in the ring one day with?
Damn. Oh God. I'm gonna list off 1 to 2 wrestlers from each promotion. We're gonna start with WWE. Obafemi, Obafemi, and Wesley. Obafemi and Wesley are my 2 big ones. Like younger side of guys, I feel like I feel like I work really well with them if I get to when I get to that that part of the mountain. I would love to face either Oba or Wes. TNA's tough. Trey Miguel. Hey, bloody Miguel. I would love to wrestle Trey. Maybe Moose from
Okay,
TNA.
Moose. Yeah,
Maybe
he's pretty
Moose.
talented.
Yeah, I mean, he may spear me in the next week, but I mean, you know what? It's worth it at that point.
Yeah,
New
just don't.
Japan. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, don't let Braun Breaker get to you.
God, Lord, New Japan's tough because I grew up watching New Japan a lot growing up, and I stopped. Okay, so if we're talking old time old Japan, I would love to face Okada. Okada's up there on my list. Oh, what's his name? I forgot his name. Takeshita. Takeshita.
Oh yeah.
Would love to face him. A big like those are my top Japanese wrestlers. I think they really introduced me into New Japan, which was very eye opening for me because I didn't know New Japan was that crazy with like hard hitting with their matches until I watched it. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. You're getting knocked in your jaw every day. I couldn't do it. AEW's not tough. Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay. I'll
Yeah,
leave it at.
Will Ospreay's out with an injury for the next like year or so. He's really messed up right now.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I hate that. But then I would love to face Will Ospreay. Hidden Blade versus Hidden Blade is going to go crazy. Hidden Blade versus Hidden.
It's gonna be a good one. I mean, they're
Yeah,
both high flyers, both versatile. I met Will Ospreay a couple years ago at a convention. He's such a nice guy. Such a nice guy.
I bet he is. I haven't met him yet. I would love to meet him.
Yeah, like, and for you, I did notice looking at your profile, like you kind of like have some resemblance to the Rascals a little bit. Like your gear. There's a bit of like Japanese in your like bio there.
Yeah. So the Japanese part is I try to mix in as much as my culture as possible. When I say that, I mean I am so many different races. It's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is absolutely insane. So I try to mix in a little bit of everything or what I can. Like I just ordered gear with like Japanese and Spanish on it with like Samoan textures. So I got that coming in. The Rascals part is funny because I always have people ask, well, not always, but there's always that one person where it's like, "Are you part of Rascals?" No, my
It
friend.
would be cool though to see a
It
part
would
of the
it
Rascals.
would be amazing. Am I friends with some of them? Yes. So with the Rascals thing, growing up, I was always called a rascal, and my favorite movie is The Little Rascals. So I started doing the little high sign. I started doing the sign. And then I found out the Rascals are doing it, and I was like, "Well, perfect, perfect." But yeah, I always get asked from the Rascals. It's no, no, I'm not. I would love to. Maybe down the line. Maybe down the line. We'll see.
It never hurts to reach out to them, or I mean, that's what social media is for, and just see if they can give you some advice and some pointers.
Oh yeah, and Myron Reed. Shout out Myron, dude. He's given me some advice that's really elevated me from when I started. He brought me from here to like here with advice he's given me. So I love Myron to death. I love Trey. Love them both.
Do you ever find? I know when it comes to professional wrestling, sometimes wrestlers struggle like mentally, being on the road a lot, going through a lot of shows, going through matches. Do you ever find yourself that way? Like you feel like, man, I'm just struggling right now. I don't think I could just keep this up. But how do you motivate yourself?
It's happened before. I think it happened actually a couple weeks ago. The way and how I motivate myself, I mean, I have a little sister and I have a dad that loves what I do. They like my little sister and dad love watching me on TV at Pro South. They love coming to the bullpen shows. They go back and watch my old matches. I do it for them. I do it for mama because I know if she was still here, she'd love to see me go out there and get dropped on my neck every night and just and do dumb stuff. The dropping on my neck part. That's a joke I like tell everyone. I if someone picks me up and drops me on my neck, we fighting. I swear we
Yeah,
fight.
no, yeah. I
We're
mean, you gotta
fight.
have some neck muscles to go through that.
That's what I'm saying. But I do it for them. I do it for my dad, my sister, my mama. Those are my big motivators. That's what keeps me going.
Awesome. And do you have any influences as far as like your wrestling, your rest persona?
Absolutely. So a lot of my stuff comes from Samoa Joe. A lot of my stuff comes from Samoa Joe. Little bit of indie scene Kevin Owens. A little bit of indie scene Kevin
Kevin
Owens.
Steen? Yeah.
Yeah, kill Steam kill, man. Let's go. I do like to toss in a little bit of the Rascals move sets. I will admit I'm a little mark there. I do the West Side combo or the Strike Blitz. I don't know what it's called anymore. I do that. I do a modified version of Myron's apron leg drop. I do a modified version of that. No, I'm not doing any top rope moves. I feel if I do that, someone's dying. Hit a spiral tap from the top rope. I do the European NZ into the strike blitz. I think I just started doing that a while back. Yeah, I think most of my stuff comes from Samoa Joe and Kevin Steen and a little bit of the Rascals. I try to mix all that into one. Throw some Umaga in there. Might as well. You might as well go ahead and throw some Umaga in there too. But I think
You
it
ever
all.
you ever taken a move where it's like, man, that just rocked my shit? Like, what move have you been hit? What move have you taken that you're like, fuck, that hurt?
I took a fucking 619 and I took a 619 from BK Bennett at a bullpen show. And I didn't know where he was, and he caught me by surprise and he rocked my shit. So he like swung in, knocked me right in my face. I was like, forgot where I was for a bit. I'm looking around like this. That I Joe Wood gave me the wood chipper. It's an AA. He gave me the wood chipper, and that absolutely took the breath out of me because I was ready for it. It's just I went up so high, and I just fell straight down on my back, and I was like, oh god. So that definitely took the wind out of me right there. Other than that, I don't think I really took German suplex from GT from a German suplex from JT Paradox. Those suck. Those absolutely suck. I love JT. Those suck.
At least it'll kind of teach you. It'll kind of help you see some people, they could be stiff, but at the same time, it kind of helps build that match. Make it better. Like you know, but there's some people out there that they work on their craft and they try to improve and you know I've heard stuff about Lesnar, like he's really good to work with. Like when he does the F5, it's just a modified face bump, and they feel like they say it's like when you fall, it's almost like falling on a cloud. You're not really hurt. He'll toss
Yeah,
you up in the air, obviously, but they say like, oh, you don't really get hurt. It's just a modified
nah.
face bump.
That's basically all it is. It's just so he picks you up and you're just getting swung around. It's just a face bump. That's all it is.
Yeah, you just gotta learn how to catch yourself. Otherwise, you are gonna
Pretty
get
much,
hurt.
yeah. Yeah, you catch yourself and you land on your face. Pick one or the other. You're gonna take
Yep.
it either way.
What are your future plans? I mean, since you've started your career now, I know you want to go after some belts. I know you want to win some championships.
Right now, I think my main goal is to travel out more. I want like my biggest plan, a future plan is to travel out more. Like I want to get out of not necessarily leave, but kind of explore more of wrestling in the United States. Like I don't want to just be in Georgia and Alabama all my career. I don't want to do that. Like I want to go to Tennessee. Like I would like I'll go to California to wrestle. I would love to do that. Texas, like places where the independent wrestling scene is big and you can get looked at. That's my biggest plan. Of course, winning the Pro South tag titles. They're coming home soon. They're coming home real soon. They'll be coming home. If we don't get them, we're just gonna steal them again. It's that simple.
You're gonna take care of business, right?
That's exactly what we did last. So we found the tag title in the trash can, and me and LGV kind of stole it, and we may have had it stolen from us, but we have a plan.
I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to watch what that plan
Yeah,
is, right?
got to, got to, gotta watch. You gotta
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
Pro South Wrestling. You gotta watch it.
yeah. Well, where are you guys at? YouTube?
Yeah, every Friday on YouTube. Show starts 7:30. Pro South Wrestling.
And so where can my listeners find you? To kind of book you for new events, check out your content, check out your wrestling.
You can search up the Trey Jordan on YouTube, see all my matches. You can find me on Facebook, search up Trey Jordan. You'll see Trey Jordan, you'll see my real name. Trey Jordan's World on IG, and I think Twitter's the same. I may be mistaken. I'm trying to figure out if I have any more socials. I have TikTok, Trey Jordan's World. Trey Jordan's World on most social media platforms, and you'll see me. So if you ever want to book me or you want to just watch some content or just shout out or hit me up, Trey Jordan's World.
So to kind of end the episode, what's the best advice you received from a promoter, from a professional wrestler, anybody that you've come across that you're like, man, I'll stick with this forever, you know?
I had a question asked. I had someone ask me a question last night. It was a fellow wrestler. I don't think he's gonna mind me saying his name. AJ Black. He asked me a question last night. We were talking, and he said, "Who is?" He asked me, "Who's Trey Jordan?" I couldn't answer the question, and he told me, I need to. He told me to find out who Trey Jordan is. For me to get where I want to get, I gotta find out who Trey Jordan is. That Myron's giving me some good advice. Just be myself. Go out there and make people want to remember me. Not go out there and do the same move everyone else has done a match and they forget all about my match. No, I need to go out there so people remember who I am. That's pretty much it. Just be yourself, find out who I am. Don't give up. That is the biggest thing. Do not give up.
In the words of the greatest of all time, John Cena.
Never give up. I still got that hanging up on my door. Got a little green banner hanging up on my door.
It's so sad. He's got like 8 more dates left and he's retiring.
But yeah, I saw. That sucks, dude. Because I grew up watching. I think Cena's always been my biggest guy. So it sucks to see he's retiring, but all right. It sucks to see he's back retiring, but
Yeah.
it makes room for more of us to be great.
Yeah, I got to see him back in '05, back when Kurt Angle was still with the WWE and Shawn Michaels. I got to see him live in person, so at least I got to see him,
Oh
you know?
yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I wish I had that opportunity. I think me watching him on TV has been good enough. I mean, me
Yeah, man.
watching him.
Yeah, man, these prices are outrageous. Come on, TKO, you can do better than
Man,
that. Don't
can't be spending that money on no ticket. Can't.
I mean, don't overprice your fans. You know, your fans are what make the product.
If you overprice your fans, they can't come out to the shows. You don't make no profit. You got to play smart.
That too, and I get, everybody has to make a living, but also, you want to have fans be able to enjoy the experience as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because at the end of the day, they're spending their hard-earned money on us. We want to make sure that we want to make sure they leave having the greatest time they had that day.
But you also have to take into consideration, as a fan, you're not entitled to that performer's time.
That is true.
A lot of people think, "Oh, I spent like so and such amount of money, then you gotta give me attention." Like, no, they don't really have to. They choose to give you their time.
Exactly. And I may be the only wrestler in the world saying this. All right. This is just me. We choose to interact with y'all because we want to. We want to have you a part of the show. It's no fun if we go out there and we don't talk to the crowd or we don't talk trash or we don't poke fun or we have y'all clap for us, like if you're a face, there's no fun if we don't do that.
Yeah, yeah,
We choose to entertain y'all or make y'all a part of the show because we want you to have fun. We want you to feel involved and not just someone watching.
exactly. I agree 1,000%. The more you involve the crowd, the better the match or the segment will be.
Absolutely.
Crowd reaction is key to a lot of things.
And that's something big I've had to learn. At Bullpen, our 1 year show, we had maybe 700 people. And excuse me, it was difficult for me to incorporate everyone, but I went out there and I did it. Because I mean, if you like, let's say you're in Madison Square Garden, right? And you don't interact with anyone, no one's gonna care about that match. No one's gonna care about you being in the ring at that point. And being at Pro South with them having a bigger online community, it makes it easier for us to work hard cam and get the people watching online involved and also work the crowd and get them involved too. So it's a lot to take in, especially if there's a bigger crowd than what you're used to. So but that's been a big thing I've had to work on is interacting with the crowd. That's been my biggest thing, and I feel like I've done good with it. Again, shout out Bull, shout out Ace. Um, I hate to say it, Justin McKenzie. Shout out Justin. They've definitely helped me in that area.
Awesome, man, and it looks like you're still going up, and you should be proud of yourself.
I am, but this is only the beginning. We in year 2 right now. Year 2, so I can't stop.
Year 2 and many more to go. Once you get bit by that wrestling bug, it'll always be there with you.
Exactly. It ain't gonna leave either.
That's right, man. Well, Trey, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, man. I really had a lot of fun, and I wish you all the best, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on here, man. I loved it.
Definitely. And if you guys want to check out this podcast, you guys can go on Spotify and on YouTube as well, and you guys get to check it out there. And as always, we don't just talk about wrestling, but we go beyond the wrestling gear. Thanks, Trey.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.